We have all these names for Jesus, the Lion of Judah, and we represent him as a lion and everything else. So I thought this next slide would be appropriate if we consider Jesus the Lion of Judah and everything else under him as just in the food chain. It's just underneath him in the food chain. So it doesn't matter. So let's pull up the next slide. Some may have heard this. A lion does not concern himself with the opinions of a sheep. And many times, you know what, to God, our circumstances are sheep. The things the enemy whispers in our ear are sheep. You know why? Because he's a lion. And it doesn't matter what the sheep says. The sheep can come up, I don't like the way you do that. You think you bad. He come up in the lion face too long and you're going to be dinner. Because Jesus is who he is, and because we believe if we say we're Christians, and if we say we believe as if we hold the word of God in esteem, that he is the supreme authority. So why am I concerned about what Joyce Meyer deemed false evidence appearing real? Why am I concerned about the circumstances around me if God says that he will provide for me, that he will watch over for me, and that he never sleeps and he never slumbers, and that he constantly keeps me under his arms? The Bible tells us that they that dwell in the secret place of the Most High God shall dwell under the shadow of the Almighty. I remember being a kid sometime that, see, I wasn't always this size. I tell everybody, Aaron, I was his size. And when I was smaller, I used to hate fighting because in Sunday school they taught us not to fight. So I didn't fight because that's not what a Christian little boy did. And somebody was always looking to fight me, but God blessed me, with swift feet. So they could never catch me. I was known throughout the city. And you know what I hated? My last name is Gordon. So there's Flash Gordon. There's Flash Gordon. They already knew. If I got a step on you, it was over. Save your breath. You are not catching this kid. I would get chased close to home, but everybody knew my daddy. I referenced him before, whose name was David Gordon, but he was known throughout Washington, D.C. as Rough House. And I'm big. I still don't think I'm that big. The mirror lies. I bind it in the name of Jesus. My daddy was just imposing. My father was just a mountain of a man. And I knew if I could run fast enough and get to my daddy, that as soon as they saw him, they'd be like, we're going to get you, Gordon. We're going to get you tomorrow. Be like, that's all I'm worried about is today. If we could make it into the shadow of God, if we could make it under the protection of God, what can Satan do? Even a bird of prey, even an eagle, they sit around, they don't look for the one that's under the mother hen. Not that they couldn't beat the mother hen, but you know what? They said, I ain't going through all that trouble. Let me pick the little hard-head kid that's going out there, that pecking into the, so they go. It's always the one. It's always one. We all seen it. National Geographic. All the buffalo at the water thing. There he is. Instead of drinking water, he like, I want Kool-Aid today. I'm going to see if it's a Kool-Aid over here. And so soon as wow. And you know what the other antelope do? Big tummy. Stay in the secret place. We have so much peace in the secret place if we just stay in the secret place. But that will require us trusting in God.